Good morning. My name is Anthony Antolik. I am the founder of Antolik Enterprises. I am a loving husband, a friend to many, and most of all, I am a patriot. The recent riots that we have been experiencing after Donald Trump's successful election have nothing to do with Trump. They are the result of encouragement from a terrorist group known as Anonymous that feed off of the naive and ignorant, undereducated fears of our younger generation. We cannot keep this going. We cannot allow for our public schools to indoctrinate a new generation of communists into our country. We cannot allow for policies that are allowing people to come into our country that have no business to come in. The riots are just a symptom. We saw it with Occupy and the protests in the 60s. In fact, many of the older generation that happened to be joining these protests are throwbacks from the 60s. I was once a member of Anonymous, and I still believe in a lot of what they do. But I have to speak out against this one because our country is already broken. We had probably the worst election in our history, causing more division than I saw in my lifetime, and definitely more division than the Founding Fathers ever envisioned. To just put a figurehead in office. Look, the reality is that we are the government. And Thomas Jefferson made it very clear that if the government becomes so corrupted that it becomes necessary to change it by election or overthrow it by revolution, then it is not only our right to do so as the American citizens, but as human beings, it is our moral obligation to do so. I want you to think about that as I show you this next clip. I want you to consider the idea that our country isn't fractured. We have been gut shot and we're bleeding to death. We need change. And I'm not talking about the change that Barack Obama was talking about. For he did nothing. We do not need to allow a generation of undereducated college kids that are young and idealistic to become social terrorists, and for us to just give them a slap on the wrist. Thank you, and enjoy the next clip. In 2013, we asked the Obama administration if we were serious about enforcing immigration laws.
Are we serious about border security and employment verification? Are we serious about making this the last time we have this conversation?
Oh, this is awful. Try it. Oh, no, that looks gross. What is that? You gotta try it. It's terrible. I don't want to try it if it's terrible. It's like mango chutney and burnt hair. No, thank you. I have a very sensitive palate. Just try it.
Guys, I think we should hurry up. If you taste something bad, you want someone else to try it. It's what you do.
In July of 2006,
After Trayvon Martin was killed, the president said that could have been my son, Mr. Speaker.
Deported.
And when I see a picture of a beautiful Kate Steinle smiling, that could have been any of our daughters. Sanctuary cities. It has almost a utopian sound to it, doesn't it? Well, as the Speaker knows, the definition of sanctuary is a place of refuge or safety. And my question for folks in San Francisco and my colleagues who support this policy is a refuge for whom? A sanctuary for whom? A refuge for Kate Steinle? A sanctuary for Kate Steinle? Or a refuge for a convicted felon with a 25-year-long criminal history?